Little update tonight. We've cleaned up the Stars and Stripes vet a little bit. It's in the dryer. Some of that red marker I used actually absorbed into the white paint, so I ended up having to do quite a bit of touch up here. So there's a little more sanding left on the white, but the red cleaned up great. It's all sanded out, so the stripes are ready for clear with the exception of those white areas that I had to touch up. Hood got cleaned up nice too. The overspray came off without much trouble at all. Also got much of my frame parts and odds and ends that are just black on a vet in there drying. But I spent most of the time tonight working on interior parts. Going with red. That's not what was in the Stars and Stripes vet from Austin Powers, but I took a poll with the kids and my wife, and the kids, they all unanimously agreed a red interior would be the way to go. It's not really the red that would be in a Corvette, but I think it's going to go well with this. I didn't want to make it super bright red, so went with kind of a, I don't know what you'd call it, it's like a burgundy color. I'm going to matte it out a little bit to make it look a little more authentic, but the dash I'll probably leave as is. Still got to do the inserts obviously, but turned out alright. Happy with it, how the finish came out on it. But the big thing I spent the most time on tonight was the grill, which on a Corvette Revell kit, that's all closed, and this thing is like twice the thickness that it is. So a lot of sanding and scraping and carefully touching up with a razor blade. There's still a little bit more to go to get it perfect, but I think that's gonna look really nice. I'm gonna open up the front on it so that it looks right into the radiator, give it a little more of a 3D look. And I'm getting ready for the wheels. Again, it's not the Austin Powers wheels, but I really like these wheels too. They're aluminum wheels, and somewhere in here I got the knockoffs that go on them. Looking at pictures of the real vet, it looked like the wheels are actually just kind of raw aluminum, and the knockoffs are chrome, or maybe they're polished stainless steel. But most of the parts I de-chromed. I'm not a big fan of the chrome that comes on the models, so these got all de-chromed, and then I've been kind of working on smoothing out the lines. A lot of mold marks on these for a more recent kit. Still got a little bit of work there on that one. So these are all chrome, little side windows, and then it only came with side pipes. I was actually wanted to run the real exhaust all the way out the back, but these were an option in 67 for the big blocks. So it's the only ones that came with this kit, so that's what we're gonna go with. And then this here is gonna end up with a wood wheel and a aluminum insert in the middle. If anybody's got some tips out there on the wooden wheel, I've done a couple in the past where I put some brown on, and then I used a little mix of like a dark brown, almost black, and like a real coarse brush, and kind of spatter it on there with some success, and then I gloss it. But if there's any better ways to do it, I'd be more than interested. Have a good night.